Hello, my name is Tyrell Williams, and this is my presentation of eligibility for special education for students for ESD 540 class at Grand Canyon University. First step is the referral process with students, and it shows behavioral educational challenges within the first 60 days, receiving parental consent. Referrals can come from the parents or the teacher or the school district, regardless is private or public. Evaluations from the multidisciplinary team or the MDT includes uh, the general teachers, special education, pathologists, other specialists, and speech and language, and also psychologists. Assessments and observations determines the eligibility for the IEP, which is Individual Educational Program. If the student is qualified for the services for IEP, it includes special goals and services. Now, the next step are the roles. The MDT, multidisciplinary team. General teachers gives an insight of the student's educational, behavioral, and social performances. Share info with the special education teachers, which in return they share their expertise and address the needs of the students with disabilities that contributes to the IEP process. They share and they share info students with pertaining to the students' abilities and challenges, which that leads to the next step: understanding the development. The baseline assessment helps to determine where the student is located in their knowledge and how the teachers can begin their journey. Uh, it's basically determine what the student knows and understands and how the teachers could perceive and proceed where they could begin with them. Learning their goals and assess them along the way. Helping out the MDT with the differences between developmental variations and potential disabilities. Assist in recognition of disabilities, if any, for any student's performances. Now, the next step is the formal and the informal assessments. Teachers could use this tactic to collect evidence of any information of a student understanding. Special education teachers may use standardized assessments like an IQ test or adaptive behavioral scale or an achievement test. And they are structured, and they can be structured standardized tools for an assessment. Observations and interviews or dynamic assessments. Informal methods are more holistic views or an approach of a student abilities and challenges. Multiple sources of information like student questions, or written responses with prompts or a student-to-student conversation, handouts, and just listening of their learning, you know. Sorry. And effects in languages, cultures, academic experiences, family backgrounds, or history must come into play, and it must be considered. A student could be poor in language, and that could really affect their test scores. So that has to come into play. It is significant for the MDT collaboration effectively ensuring that the IEP process is thorough and unbiased consideration of all factors that influence the IEP process. Everything starts with the student, and once it starts with the student, or actually in the classroom with the student, and start seeing signs and problems with the student, then it starts from there, but it also really starts with the parents. They got to give the consent. And once they give the consent, then we could proceed from there to getting the student all the help, resources, whatever the student needs in order for the student to succeed. That is the priority. Thank you for this presentation. Have a blessed day.